Hello and welcome to another screencast edition of Autodesk Maya. Today we'll be continuing in rigging. This time we'll be rigging the hips, and below, if we have enough time, we'll begin also rigging the arms too. So since we already built up the spinal column here that is provided, and we also made the correction to the root to the pelvic girdle. So again, here's your root. Here's your root. Here's the spine. Now, with the pelvic girdle, it is below the root. It's basically the little area that holds everything in between for the hips. So again, we're going to go to skeleton, create joints. Now I'm going to select my pelvic girdle. Make sure you're in the front view mode right here. Then once I select it, I begin making the hips, making the knees. Now I'm going to go to my side view right here. Make the ankles, make the ball of the foot, and the toe. Then press enter to escape and complete your joints. Now, as you notice, now my pelvic girdle contains various joints. So I'm going to call this L hip, L knee, L ankle, L ball, and L toe. Reason why I have it marked with L, that is the direction to which the leg is. This is my left side. So directionally speaking, it's on the left side. So make doubly sure that your model is proportioned and centered as it should be. So it should look exactly like this. So afterwards, in common sense, you would repeat the same process. But luckily, thank goodness for Maya, has created a little feature in which you could mirror the joints without having to do all that work. Especially when you begin rigging the hands, it becomes very tedious. So thankfully, Maya has this feature easily by going to skeleton and go to mirroring joints. Click on the box on mirror joints and it'll open a little pop-up box provided here. Now, since we have to remember how the rig is set up, if you were to remember your Cartesian plane, you have to figure out, okay, to which side we have to go. So we're going to pretty much mirror it from the other side. So we're going to choose the Y, Z. So with Y, Z, what it does, it flips it over. Now, if you go, leave the mirror functions as is. Now, when you go below right here, the replacement names for duplicated joints, as we know, I marked it with an L for each word. So we're going to replace it with an R for right. So search for L to replace it with right. Make sure you've got this typed down. And once you're ready, press mirror. And it should automatically, oops. So before I forget, make sure you select your L hip before you mirror the joints. Make sure, again, you mirror across the YZ. Then you search for L, replace it with the R. Then press mirror. And voila, you've created your right side of the hip without having to retype the same thing. But pretty much the process makes it a whole lot easier with that feature in the mirror joints. But other than that, this concludes today's tutorial of Autodesk Maya. Thank you.